know it's a little bit of a late stream, but hopefully that's okay. So I'm going to be playing the Tsukihime remake because I did a poll on my YouTube and that was the result. That's why I could be 2 votes. Wait, stop. How do you pause? Can you pause? Oh, here we go. Pause. There we go. Okay, I paused it. Because I need to find out the source. Hold on. Hi, Mochi. How are you? Game capture. How are you, Mochi? Oh. It's not working. Why does this always happen to me? Sorry, I'm trying to get the right source for it. I'm okay, how have you been today? What's anime that? If you're talking about the background, that's from Elfin Lied. What do I do? Window capture? Yeah, maybe window capture. And then this one. Yay, I did it! Okay. Oh, it's a different resolution now. I think that's the word. Like the size of it. Okay. Hold on, sorry. Okay, let me just move it and then I'll start playing. Oh, how are you guys doing? Okay.
暗い夜、家の中にみんなはいない。
Voice acting now.
慣れた草と紙の匂い、積み木細工のような空。部屋の隅にはどろりとこびりついたような古い影。
Yeah, hi Anya.
死に絶えた音の中で過去を忍ぶ。
Thank you so much for
見
all
てい
the
た夢
help.
はもしもの話ばかりだった。例えば、
もし空が曇っていたのなら、もし気づくのが少し早ければ、もし
Are they talking about? Well, okay, we only played a little bit of the remake,
もし
so I don't know how much of that relates
私が
to
生ま
this
れていな
story.
かったら、
What?
それと
But I wonder, because I know like he was surrounded by a bunch of bodies. I wonder if this is referring to that.
あなたが目覚めなければ、
Kind of woken up here. That's what it sounds like. He hadn't weakened. I had never been.
夜はますます沈んでいく。きっともう家の中には誰もいない。一人きりは怖いからみんなに会いたくて、一人きりで庭に出た。ほーと吐く息が白くなっていく。庭はとても指先が痛くなるぐらい寒かった。凍る星、深い闇。
It's like me on my break at work. I have to go outside because I want to vape, but it's so fucking cold. My fingertips are going crazy.
周りは深い闇に囲まれて。
Although he's more depressed than I am on my break. Probably be a bit quiet. It's only because my emotions are a bit of a mess. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope everything's okay.
まるでどこかの劇場みたい。ザーと梢の窓が開いて。
Yeah, it's always fine. No one's ever required to talk or anything. Show's about to start. Oh dear. What's about to start?
遠くでいろんな音がしている。黒い木々のカーテンの奥。森の中でみんなが楽しそうに騒いでる。
What is going on?
幕はまだ開かない。我慢できずに森の中へと入っていった。
Long ass prologue. I don't know what's happening.
森は深くて冷たい光も届かない。
Things just hurt right
い
now.
ろいろ
Oh,
な
I'm
音がして
sorry.
いろいろなものがあるけれど暗くてよくわからない途中で誰かとすれ違ったかもよく
Is
記憶
this
で
the
きない
same main character that was in the last game, or is this a different person?
自分の名
I
前
mean,
を
don't
言わ
tell
れた
me.
気
I'm
がし
just
て
wondering out loud. You
も
know
っ
what I
と
mean?
奥へと歩いていった
Because if this is the same person, why have they changed? Oh.
木々のベールを抜けた後森の広場にはみんな揃って待っていたわからない
Oh, that's from the first game. Sort of.
向こうから見知らぬ人がやってくる凶器を手にしてやってくる
Yeah, and then
みん
his
なをそうしたように
mama.
僕もバラバラにしたいみたい
But I wonder if it's his real mom, although I'm pretty sure she's dead. It's probably his
ぼんやりとその人を見る
adoptive mom.
なすすべもなく凶器を待つけれどいよいよという時に誰かが僕の前にやってきて
Or it's
僕は子供
the
だから
uncle
よくわからない
who, like, he might view as a mom. I mean, so far it's pretty much. Oh,
びしゃりと温かいものが顔にかかる
person who I called mom. See,
赤い
that could be
トマトみたい
probably
に
two people.
赤い水
I remember recalling, or
本
not
当に
recalling.
よくわからな
I
いけれど
remember recalling. I remember
ただ寒
remarking
くて
that blood does not look like tomatoes.
泣いてしまいそうだった森は黒くて見たくない地面は赤くて見たくないだから空を見上げることにした目に温かいヒーロが
More
混ざってく
graphic
る
now? True.
眼球の奥に染み込んでくるだけど全然気にならない夜空にはただ一人きりの月がある見知らぬ人は今度こそ僕をバラバラにしようとやってくるなのに僕はぼんやりといつまでも青い影を見上げているすごく不思議どうして今まで気がつかなかったんだろうああ今夜はこんなにも
Wrecked.
何も見えない世界がだんだん消えていくその中でずっときれいに輝いてるああ気がつかなかった今夜はこんなにも月が
It's so round. Oh, I'm just kidding. Do you think he believes in astrology? Oh, press any button. Purely coincidental? I love when games... I mean, they have to do this, but so they don't get sued, but it's so funny. Looks like the same as last time. When I come to, I find myself in a hospital bed. Curtains are swaying, fluttering about. A cool breeze blows through the open window. Can't help but squint at the riotous colors. Riotous? I've never heard that word. Where am I? What day is it? What's going on? My mind can't keep up. Not a surprise. Go to push myself upright, but as soon as I start to put any weight on my hands, a spasm runs through my body. Have you assigned the pause button? Oh, I haven't assigned any buttons. How do I do that? File? No. Tools, maybe? No. Help? It's on emulation? Oh. Configure, okay. Hotkey, oh god. What does it say? I don't think there is a pause option. Oh, stop emulation? That is F5. And I guess I could just make it... wait, why would I need a stop button? Hmm? I'm waiting. To save. General. There's load file, but there's no save. So, I don't know. There's stop emulation. Load file. Exit. What do you mean, uh-oh? My connection? Oh, that's unfortunate. It's fine. We'll figure it out later. Knocks the wind right out of me, leaving me gasping for air like a fish out of water. Just read it, I guess. Send it to your Discord? Okay. Feeling must be what people mean when they say they're seeing stars. As soon as I pressed my hand against the firm of the bed, a searing pain had cut deep into me. Without moving from where I lie. Oh, you're a liar, huh? I'm just kidding. I draw a deep breath and take stock of my body. My hands are covered in bandages. My left leg, oh my god, reminds me of Nagito. I love that, man. My left leg is encased in a white plaster cast. I feel something tight across my forehead, so no doubt my head is wrapped in gauze too. A large, thick, adhesive bandage is affixed to my chest as if to cover up anything unsightly. That sounds familiar too. There's a single tube inserted into my left arm. I somehow understand it's an IV drip. I guess that's because I'd been vaguely aware of my surroundings, even before I fully woke up. How are you aware of your surroundings when you're asleep? Maybe I'm misunderstanding. The room that had reeked of medicine and been much dark. The room that had reeked of medicine and been much darker than this one. The countless tubes had protruded from the bandage on my chest. The scary adult in a suit who paid me a visit. My sister had come to pay me a visit even though that adult told her not to. The doctor who had possessed a childlike exuberance. I remember it all as though it were a dream.
君、もしかして目が覚めてない?
Hear an unfamiliar girl's voice. Can't even muster the strength to answer her. Panicking, the girl darts out of the room to call for a doctor. I get that she's in a rush, but you're not supposed to run in hospitals. Unable to lift myself up, I turn my head to look out through the window. My eyeballs throb as though they're about to split in two. Brain feels like it's been scrambled with a knife. Truly, an unbelievably blue sky. More than the white rays of sunlight, its harshness of that unblemished blue that pains my eyes. I don't think I read that right. Close enough. A few days later. For a while after I woke up, I couldn't move from my bed. Looking up, I can see the sky outside, lofty as ever. The curtains flutter and sway. A dry breeze strokes my cheek. The stainless, immaculate blue makes my head spin. Where am I? What day is it? Why am I in the hospital? Coming back to me bit by bit, all except one thing. I continue to stare out the window, unable to shake off the feeling that I had forgotten something very important. Some tearful promise that had been made. All this is new information.
はじめまして、東野四季君。
Oh, so you're...
回復おめでとう。
Shiki. Forgot his name, honestly. Saying those words, an old man who I've never met before reaches out for a handshake. His kind smile and gentle tone gives the impression of a fine adult. Yeah, that's a cop, so do not trust him. Sure, he's someone who can swap between a smile and a straight face like a flick of the switch. White clothes look austere and spotlessly clean. They suit him perfectly.
四季君、先生の言っていることがわかるかい？
いえ。僕はどうして病院にいるんですか？
覚えていないんだね。君は道を歩いているとき、自動胸にガラスの破片が刺さってね。とても。
Smiling, the old man in white says something very unbefitting of a doctor. It's unlikely that you'd pull through. Those words, the nausea I'd been holding back against overflow.
眠いです。眠っていいですか？
ああ、そうしなさい。今は無理をせず、体を休ませてあげないとね。
The doctor's still smiling. To be honest, I can't stand that smile anymore.
先生、一つ聞いていいですか？
何かな、四季君。
Why are you such a bitch?
どうして体中に落書きをしているんですか？この部屋もところどころひびだらけで、今にも崩れちゃいそうです。
Something interesting I've noticed is the lines are red now, but in the other game they were described as black. Although smile vanishes for a brief moment, quickly returns as he stands up from his chair. The heels click against the floor as he crosses the room and vanishes behind a curtain.
やはり脳に異常があるようだ。脳外科の芦谷先生に連絡を。それと視神経にも損傷の疑いがあるな。
Doctor whispers to the nurse in a cold voice, like that of an entirely different person. Okay, he wasn't a cop. But like I said, I don't trust doctors.
変なの。みんな体に落書きしてる。
The lines run haphazardly across every surface of the hospital. I don't know what they mean, but I feel sick just looking at
なんだ
them.
ろう、これ。
There's scribbles on the bed too. Touch one of them with my finger. Poke. My finger sinks in.
Oh.
If I had something thinner, I could go even deeper. Oh. Grab a plastic knife off the shelf and trace one of the scribble lines. Oh, it's plastic and not a fruit knife this time. I think. Unless the fruit knife was later. I don't know. Even though I barely put any force behind it, the knife sinks to the bottom. It's fun, so I slide the knife across the line on the bed. Thud. A heavy sound, the bed splits clean in two. Spin around at the sound of a voice behind me. Nurse is standing in the doorway, her face frozen in terror. He's a beast! He ruined the bed!
どうやってベッドを壊したんだね、四季君。
Keep on asking me how I broke the bed, but never why.
その線をなぞったら切れたんだよ。ねえ、どうしてこの病院はひびだらけなの？
いい加減にしないか、四季君。そんな線なんてないんだ。
だから線をなぞっただけなんだ。
わかった。この話はまた明日にしよう。
The doctor sighs. Ever since I mentioned the scribbles, his kind smile is nowhere to be seen. I'm sure that switch of his has been broken. Seems like the hospital is full of all kinds of fragile things. In the end, no one believed me. Check your Discord? Okay. Well, I'm not using a controller, Anya. So... Oh, you're saying that's where you save? No, wait, no. I'm confused. I don't know. I don't need to put any force into it. I can cut it as easily as I cut paper with scissors. Whether it's the bed, a chair, the walls, the floor, and even though I have never tried, maybe even know definitely humans, Doesn't seem like anyone else can see them. These lines are only visible to me. I think they must be seams. The result of stitching up a wound. The input devices are keyboard and mouse. Okay. Controls. Keyboard and mouse. Okay, I did that, but what does that do? I'm confused. I mean, I did keyboard and mouse, but... Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I think they must be scenes. The result of stitching up a wound. Marks just like the one on my chest, still not healed after surgery, which feels as though they could shatter into pieces at the lightest touch. I mean, how else could you explain a child slicing through a wall? No kid has that kind of strength. Well, never say never, Shiki. Cutting everything around him. The nurse is yelling at me again. Yeah, you just fucked up their building. She took one look at the hole in the wall, started glaring at me. She keeps screaming on in that shrill voice. My ears no longer work properly, so it doesn't really sound that loud to me. Never-ending noise she makes almost sounds like a cicada that's been set on fire. It makes me uncomfortable. This guy is like a psychopath. Everything is falling apart. Just opening my eyes, just being alive is sickening enough that I want to simply disappear. This is very different than the original. It wasn't as, like... He wasn't this dramatic at first. Maybe he wasn't, I'm just not remembering. I hadn't realized until now that the world is cobbled together patchwork. I had no idea it could be torn apart so easily. Nobody else can see it. I suppose that's why they can remain so calm. They don't notice how messed up the world is. They don't know that their everyday life is full of holes. But I can see it, and it scares me so much I can't even walk. From the moment I realized that, it was as though my ears had been frozen shut. Even if something makes a sound, all I hear is silence. Only the wound on my chest reverberates like a siren. But when was that? I try to recall, but I can't. No matter how much I rack my brain, I can't remember. I must have forgotten about it because it wasn't that important. Well, that's stupid. My mind is like a tap that keeps dripping water no matter how tightly it's twisted shut. You press Z on your keyboard? Oh. Oh! Thank you, Anya. You're the best. How do I get out of this? B? No. How do I go back? How do I exit this? X? Thank you. You're a godsend, Anya. Alright. That makes sense. Of course there wouldn't be a mirror here. If there was, I would have broke it right away, probably. Sure, I'd have lost as I stashed it. Why? Okay. Question here. Why censor this line if you're gonna say what he did in the next line? I don't get that. Stylistic choice. In other words, it's not the world around me that's breaking down. It seems the only broken thing here is me. Oh, so tragic. It's probably why, even though 2 weeks have passed, nobody has believed me. Well, no, that's just because people suck. It's just how it is. There's more in the future. That's just how what is. I don't know what you're referring to. I'm sorry. My memory sucks. Even though 2 weeks have passed, nobody's come to see me. I remember this. Even though 2 weeks have passed, I am alone, living in a world that's coming apart at the seams. The censored word? Oh, okay. But you get what I'm saying, right? I don't want to be in a hospital room. I don't want to be anywhere riddled with all these scribbles. I decided to make my escape. To flee somewhere far away, somewhere I can be alone. Not the one who's crazy. It's this hospital that's messed up. At least that's what I try to tell myself as I run away. Joker moment. The wound in my chest is so painful that I can't run for very long. When I turn to my senses, I find myself in the field next to the hospital. I haven't gotten very far at all. My chest hurts and I feel so miserable that I crouch on the ground coughing. I can't go anywhere. I shouldn't go anywhere. Someone who can see these lines doesn't belong anywhere. Cough, cough, cough. Somebody else here. It's the end of summer and I'm adrift in a sea of grass. I feel like I could disappear just like this. However, before that can happen.
君、そんなところでしゃがんでると危ないわよ。
I hear a woman's voice clear as a bell.
絵じゃないでしょ。ただでさえちっこいんだから草むらでうずくまってると見えないのよね。気をつけなさい。危うく蹴り飛ばされるところだったんだから。
The woman points at me grumpily. What she said kind of rubs me the wrong way. I'm the fourth tallest in my class. I'm not exactly short. Okay.
飛ばされるって誰に？
バカね。そんなの決まってるじゃない。
Bright guy
こ
over
こにい
here.
るのは私と君だけなんだから。
How did I do
私以外に誰がいるっていうの？
No, don't, no. Don't. Oh god. I don't know how I did that. The woman says, her arms crossed, brimming with confidence.
ここで会ったのも何かの縁だし、少し話し相手になってくれない？私は青崎青子って言うんだけど、君は？
The woman cheerily holds out her hand to me as though we're already friends. Can't find any reason to refuse, so I tell her my name is Tono Shiki and let her outstretched hands engulf mine. I enjoy chatting with her quite a lot. She doesn't dismiss what I say just because I'm a child. She listens to me thoughtfully as any human should. I talk about many things. Tell her about my home, about how I'm from a family with a long history, and the rules and propriety that come with it, and how strict my father is, who is soon to die. I tell her that I have a younger sister named Akiha, who is very quiet and always follows me around, who I'm about to abandon. About how the region we live in is huge, how I'd always play with Akiha and her friends in the vast forest-like gardens. About how, wait, in the forest-like gardens? So that means the murder happened near his house? Interesting. I came to hate Shiritori, and how I'm still expected to go tell her. How I used to like the smell of hospital, but now I can't stand it. Liked the smell of hospital? Probably just liked the smell of cleaning products. How the cloudless blue sky is so beautiful, but when I look at it, I feel like crying. It's wonderful to be alive, and how I don't really dislike the doctor who does such a bad job at faking a smile. Really, I talk about all sorts of things as if gripped by a fever.
おっと、もうこんな時間。悪いわね、シキ。私、ちょっと用事があるから。
She begins to leave. It makes me sad as I realize I'll be alone again.
じゃあまた明日。ここで待ってるからね。君もちゃんと病室に帰って、きちんと医者の言いつけを守るんだぞ。あ。
The woman walks away as if what she'd said was the most obvious thing in the world.
また明日。
また明日な。Tomorrow we can talk again, just like we did today. Sorry. I'm happy. For the first time since I woke up from the accident, I feel human again. Well, good for you, Shiki. I'm happy for you. Now don't go killing people. Going to that field in the afternoon becomes part of my daily routine. She gets upset if I call her Alko. She doesn't seem to like her own name. But After much pondering, I decided to call her Sensei because she seems like such an authoritative person. Sensei listens to me seriously no matter what I say, and solves my problems with just a few words. After the accident, I'd grown uncomfortable talking to people. But thanks to her, I felt like I'm gradually returning to my normal self. Only when I'm in this field does my anxiety disappear, because I know I can be my normal self here. I don't know who Sensei actually is. She might really be a teacher somewhere. But that's just a what if. That has nothing to do with me. I enjoy being with Sensei. It's just simple. That's all that matters.
ねえ先生、僕こんなことができるよ。
Should I follow a guide, or do you think I should just follow my heart? Actually, I don't think I could find a guide, so I take that back. I want to surprise her a little, so I used the knife I brought from the hospital to cut the tree in the field. Man, I'm sorry, tree. I don't want to hear you die again. Tracing along one of the scribbled lines, I sliced out a chunk from the center of the tree as if cutting a piece of paper.
すごいでしょ。落書きが見えてるところならどこだって簡単に切れるんだよ。
She's shocked. Out of my display, I look to my next target. I thrust my knife into a horizontal line running across the base of the tree. She runs up to me and slaps me hard across the face.
やめなさい。
baby.
君は今
Slap the
とて
shit
も
out
軽
of
率
him.
なことをしたわ。
True that. Hurting poor little trees. Sensei looks at me with a stern gaze. Her eyes are unforgiving, a firm stare that condemns wrongdoers. Ah, what a fool I am. True that. I've been enjoying our time together so much that I've forgotten who I am. Forgotten that these scribbles are the things I shouldn't exist in this world, and that someone who can see them I shouldn't either. Okay, that's a little dramatic. That's not where I was going with that. Bloody regret stings my heart. I want to curl up and die at my own stupidity. This man needs a therapy session. That tree, the only one left standing, has been a remnant of the time this field was a forest. And wanting to be praised by her, I destroyed it for no reason.
ごめんなさい。
Next thing I know, I'm in tears, even though I know that crying is cowardly and unmanly. That's not true. I can't hold back the regret I feel.
四季
Feel something soft. She embraces a person like me, knife still in my hand as if it were only natural.
謝る必要はないわ。うん。まあ確かに四季は怒られるようなことをしたけど。悪いのは僕だけじゃない。ええ。でもね四季。それとは別のところで、今誰かが君を叱っておかない。だから私はあなたを一人の人間として見た。同じ立場の人間として意見して、怒って本気で叩いた。
Oh, that's new. Words are really scary, not because of the possibility that she may have killed me, because of how sad it was that I'd forced her to come so close to doing so.
泣かないで四季。私も謝らないから。あなたはそれだけのことをしたんだって。その代わり。うん。先生のこと嫌いじゃないよ。そう。本当によかった。私が君に出会ったのはこのためだったみたい。
For me to slap your ass. And so, Sensei asked me about all the scribbles that I can see. Her voice gentle as if trying to wash away my regret. When I tell her, she tightens her arms around me even more.
四季、君が決して見えてはいけないものだとしても、他の人間にとってはありえないことだとしても、その線は幻じゃない。そっか。じゃあやっぱりおかしいのは僕。ええ、あなたはおかしい。
I back the tears welling up in my eyes. Those words hurt far more than the other ones the doctor had said when he didn't believe me, and I feel like I'm going to fold under their weight. But it's something I already knew. From the beginning, from the moment I woke up from the incident, I'd known I was a child who no longer belonged anywhere. Okay, just because you're different doesn't mean you don't belong.
その異常はおかしいだけで、道理が通っているものなら、人間は何にだって向かっていける。どんなに馬鹿げたデタラメがやってきても、知恵と勇気で乗りこなすのが私たち人間よ。
What's the number one, says Sensei, looking a little embarrassed. Even if something is abnormal, it's not a problem in and of itself. The real question is how we deal with it.
じゃあ、この落書きも説明できる？もちろん。ものにはね、いつか壊れる私たちは、壊れるがゆえに完全じゃない。君の目は、そういったものの末路。未来を。そうよ。今はそれ以上は知らなくていい。もし君がそういう流れに沿ってしまう時が来るなら。先生、何のことだかよくわからない。
Me too, buddy.
分かっちゃダメ。今大事なのは一つだけ。君の目は物の命を軽くしすぎてしまうから。うん。先生が言うならしない。それに、なんだか胸が。よかった。
My bad.
シキ、今の気持ちを絶対に忘れないで。
Arms embracing me loosen. She slaps me again. Her cool yet warming touch pulls away.
でも先生、この落書きが見えてると不安なんだ。だってこの線を引けば。その問題は私が何とかするわ。どうやらそれが私がここに来た理由のようだし。
She sighs audibly, but then starts beaming at me.
シキ、明日君に私が君を以前の生活に戻してくる。
The next day. On the 7th day since we met, she comes to the field with a large suitcase in hand.
はい、これをかけていればもう妙な落書きは見えなくなるはず。
Sensei presents her with a pair of rather plain-looking glasses.
僕、目は悪くないよ。いいからかけなさい。度は入ってないから。
Forces me to put on the glasses. As soon as I do.
ああ、すごい、すごいよ先生。落書きがちっとも見えない。当たり前よ。わざわざ姉貴のところの魔眼殺しを奪ってまで作った青崎青子渾身の一品なんだから。うん、大事にする。けど先生ってすごいね。あれだけ嫌だった線がみんな消えちゃって。それも当然だって私魔法使いだもん。
Smiling proudly, she places her suitcase on the ground.
でもね、シキ、その線は消えたわけじゃないわ。ただ見えなくしているだけ。見えないだけ？ええ、そればっかりはもう直しようがないことよ。やだ、こんな怖い目いらない。またあの線を切っちゃったら。ああ、もう二度と線を切った。バカね。あんな約束気軽に破っていいわよ。そうなの？だって。ええ、いけないことよ。けどその目は誰にも頼らない。だからそれを使おうとするのは君の自由。問われることがあるとしたら、あなたがその力で何をしたかということだけよ、シキ。僕が何をするか。
She looks at me straight in the eyes as if staring into my soul.
そういうこと。
I know what you did last summer.
やっぱりいい目だ。正直言うとね、初めて君と会った時、めんどくさいのにぶつかっちゃったな。でも問題なんてなかった。君はちゃんと生きている。
I'll never be able to put words into the joy and warmth that filled my chest at that moment. Said I belong here in this world, true for my existence, stronger than anyone ever had.
シキ、君は個人が保有する能力の中でも ひどく得意な能力を持ってしまった。神様は何の意味もなく力を分けない。君の未来には必要になる時があるから。だからこそ忘れないで。君はとてもまっすぐな心を、今の君がある限り、その目は決して間違った結果は生まないでしょう。
Surely that's not foreshadowing anything.
成人になれなんてことは言わない。いけないということを素直に受け止められ
I
て
can't wait to meet Kohaku
ごめんなさいと言える君な
We'll
ら
get there eventually. Sensei stands up and reaches for her suitcase. Then she hits me over the
で
head
も
with it.
よっぽどのことがない
I'm
限
sorry, I
り
don't know why I think
メ
this
ガネは
jokes are
外しちゃ
so
ダメだ
funny.
からね。特別な力ははい、私からの反則の出しどころ。そうならないことを祈っているけど、どうしても自分の手には負えないと判断した時だけメガネを
Kohaku
外
in
して
Remake?
よく考
Wait,
えて
she's in
力を
it or
行使
she's
なさい。
not? I hope she is.
その力自体は決して悪いものじゃない。結果をいいものにするか悪いものにするかはあくまで君の判断次第なんだから。
You need to determine if she's like me or not. Picks up her suitcase. Sensei doesn't say anything more. I know that this is farewell.
無理だよ先生。僕だけじゃいいことになんてできない。
I'm a
本当は
useless
先
little
生に会うまで怖くて
baby.
たまらなかった。けど先生がいてダメなんだ。先生がいなくちゃ。
四季、心にもないことは言わないこと。
She knits her eyebrows together in a frown and flicks my forehead.
自分でも分かっているんでしょ。ならそんなつまらないことを言ってせっかく掴んだ自分を捨ててはいけないわ。それじゃあお別れね。バイ、四季。どんな人間だって人生ってのは落とし穴だらけなのよ。君はそれを何とかできる力があるんだから、もっとちゃんとしなさい。
She's leaving. I feel very sad since I'm afraid I didn't see her properly.
さよなら先生。
よし、上出来上出来。その息でいつまでも元気でね。最後の教訓。ピンチの時はまず落ち着いて。大丈夫。君なら一人でもちゃんとやっていけるから。
She smiles happily. Gust of wind blows. The grass sways in unison. She's no longer there.
バイバイ先生。
Say, realizing I'll never see her again. What remains are the words she left behind in these strange glasses. Only knew her for 7 days, but she taught me the most important thing of all. Fuck bitches get money. As I stand there in a daze, tears well up in my eyes. Ugh, what a fool I am. All I did was say goodbye. Everyone said thank you. I'm discharged from the hospital soon after. When I leave, I'm not sent back to the Tono mansion, but to another house. Although my body is recovered, I'm still suffering from the after effects of the accident. I'm no longer wanted by the Tono family. That's okay. Tono Shiki will do fine on his own. I will lead a new life with a new family. I'll leave the hospital room where I spent my 10th summer. Curtains are still fluttering. I squint once again at the blue sky. Light breeze heralds the end of summer. Morning of homecoming. The above-ground rail line switches to an underground line without warning. The train dives into the darkness, spewing artificial light. Listen to the creaking of the train car. Artificial lights pass by at regular intervals. As my seat vibrates in time with the second hand of the clock, I think about the passage of time and space. Oh, it's quite deep. It's early morning, 6:33. Half an hour has passed since I got on this train. Can't go back anymore. All this time and distance does not keep me apart from the family that took care of me for all these years. Oh wow, we skipped a lot. Hi, which is a little funny with me just because we get to the part I haven't seen yet quicker, but it's interesting. I find it very interesting. How I accept this may be a measure of the depth of my compassion as a human being. Despite our physical distance, do I think of them as still being close? Or have I written them off as part of the past? I wonder which of the two I feel. Ponder it for a moment, then realize I don't feel either. I feel nothing but rage. I'm the only one on the 8-person bench. The row facing me is entirely empty. The only other passengers are a man in a suit dozing off in the next row over and a girl standing in front of the door. Because it's such an early morning train, it's really lonely. For some reason, I'm not really aware of the clatter of the train. It must be because I'm so absorbed in my thoughts. Daydreaming, I picture a spaceship flying through the dark void of space. The noise of the chaotic outside world does not reach me. All that's here is my own worthless imagination, the sound of my heart pumping blood, and the memories of what happened just an hour ago. Huh? What had happened an hour ago? Came out of the blue. Oh. Tono Makihisa has passed away. Tono Shiki is to return to the household. Telegram sent from my original house, who I hadn't heard from in 7 years, said something to that effect. I couldn't go against a decision made by the main family. I'm still a student after all, and I rely on them for living expenses. In an act of defiance, I decided to leave the morning of the day I had to return rather than the night before. So I wanted to stay as long as possible in the home I'd been living up until now. So I was showing my respect to the Arimas. They might have only done as the main house ordered, but even though I wasn't related to them, they still accepted me. Thank you for the food. Today's breakfast was delicious as always. Before the sun had risen, I had finished my breakfast, left the table, paid my respects to the room that used to be mine. So make a way to express my gratitude for all the years I'd spent there. But if I didn't get these feelings off my... So we're 17 right now? Sorry, I just did the math. They'd linger in my heart long after I'd left. Life with them was nothing but cheerful. It's all the baggage I need to take with me. When I left the household, Keiko-san was the only one to see me off. It's my own suggestion I should be as quiet as possible to not wake the rest of the family. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Please give my regards to Father and Miyako. The person who had played the role of my mother for 7 years had a terribly sad look in her eyes. I never thought I'd see her look like that. I know it'll be hard living in the mansion, but hang in there. You're physically weak, so don't be too reckless. Accept her words of concern with an open heart. The past 7 years have been truly peaceful for me. If the Arimas didn't mind having me around either, then I couldn't be happier. After 7 years, I'm as healthy as a man can be. I may not look it, but my body is rather sturdy, you know. Yeah, you're right. The family is full of special people, but your fearlessness is something uniquely yours. Your ability to take things in stride, even as a child, has always amazed me. She wore a pained smile. Sorry, as she spoke, and I smiled back in much the same way. Made me happy that Keiko-san's mine, I was still her child. You're overestimating me. I'm off then. Take care of yourself, Mom. Yes, I will. You take care of too, okay, Shiki? Keiko-san not replying with a C was something I'd expected. She sent me off with tears in the corner of her eyes, having already accepted I'd never return. Oh. This all happened just 40 minutes ago. That was an hour ago. It's a turning point in my life. It's the beginning of a new life for me and the end of Shiki's old one. Oh, it's raining? Or are we just really fast? Scenery outside is changing little by little. Also pass through Yasurogi, a suburb across the river, and entered the urban area of Soya. The train starts heading up towards the surface. I feel it gently ascending the slope. My eyes, which have become accustomed to the artificial light, are rejuvenated by the sunlight. Pretty high up. To go from underground to very high is interesting. The train rumbles on, providing a panoramic view of the city. Most of the city is still sleeping. Outside, the air is getting colder. It's an autumn morning in October, time when all the traces of summer have disappeared. Thinking about it, I've been gazing at the scenery for almost a year and a half. Sylvia, the last time I see this view on my way to school. Think back on the last 7 years, which passed as quickly as the scenery outside. When I was 10 years old, I recovered from a serious accident that should have killed me. I met Sensei. I started living at the Arima household. Then finally began the autumn of my second year of high school. Kind of special incident that Sensei warned me about never occurred. As long as I wear the glasses, I don't see the lines. I believe that I've been spending my days living a precious yet ordinary life. Starting today, however, things are going to get a bit more serious. I'm returning to my original home, so it's not as though I'm headed somewhere I don't belong. But at the same time, something about it just doesn't feel right. I've gotten used to an ordinary house, that living in a place like the mansion is going to be a big hassle for me. I'm not looking forward to it at all.
だいたい学校より広い洋館とか想像つかないんですけど。
I'm amazed at the things I was able to endure as a child. Even if I don't feel anxious about it, the mere thought of being forced to return to such an anachronistic lifestyle makes me a bit overwhelmed. Train arrives at a large station and stops for several minutes. Since this train stops at every station, I'll have to wait for the next express train to pass by. So on the platform. This time of day, I'd expect to see a few people around. This morning is particularly quiet. The express train passes by on the next track over. Thank you for waiting. The next stop is hear a familiar announcement. Automatic doors begin to hiss close. There are only 4 stops left until Soya Station, where my high school is located. Oh, this is different.
危うく首が飛ぶところでした。
The woman who just slipped in through the closing doors is another student from my high school. She has a green ribbon, so she must be a third-year student. She looks vaguely familiar. The bag she's carrying probably contains something for her club activities. Our eyes suddenly meet. She's staring at me. Not only that, but she comes sauntering up to me.
おはようございます。朝からお騒がせしてごめんなさい。
あ、いえ、こっちこそすいません。ジロジロ見ちゃって。
My on her face made me apologize reflexively.
いえいえ、目立つようなことをした私に非があるんです。先輩として恥ずかしいところを見せてしまいました。でも、朝は弱いって話。
She chuckles. I'm sitting there, saddened by her behavior. She continues.
ほら、私ですよ。先週会ったばっかりなのに、もう忘れちゃったんですか？
あれ？シエル先輩。
I notice my memory is jolted. Of course she looks familiar. I've met her several times at school. Actually, there probably isn't anyone in our school who doesn't know her. Yeah, it's interesting we're meeting her so early. At some point, people started calling her the almighty senpai of Soya High. There are first years who are troubled, she gives them advice and cheers them up. There are second years who are lost, she will guide them herself. By her third year is causing trouble for other students, she will stop them from bullying their underclassmen. More dependable than both teachers and the student council. So much, in fact, that some students even call her the true student council president. It goes without saying that when I ran into trouble last week, she helped me out. And I can't believe I actually forgot all that. She's right about me not being a morning person. Not only that, but it's fairly likely that my thoughts are a bit clouded. Excuse me. By the prospect of returning home for the first time in 7 years. I miss, what is it? F to, no. Z? Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Sure, I have a few questions. The only question crossed my mind. Cherokee? Oh, it's fine. Why is she riding the train this early in the morning?
でもどうしたんですか？先輩、部活やってませんよね。こんな時間に登校なんて。
いえ、何を隠そうボランティア活動の帰りなんです。ほら、生徒会公募で公園のゴミ拾いがあったでしょ。あれをちゃちゃっと先ほどまで。
Ah, that explanation makes total sense. And that makes me suspicious. I think she's lying. She's the type of person who's always working hard for the sake of others.
早朝から30分だけの奉仕活動だったんですけどね。他の皆さんは一旦帰宅したんですが、私は面倒なのでこのまま登校してしまおうかと。
Her bag makes a clinking sound. I thought it was something for her public to use. Seems to be clean equipment.
おや？中身見たいんですか？先輩の持ち物をチェックするなんて。
She'll even close to look me in the eye. Wait, her face, her smell, and so many other things are so close that I'm not even sure where to look.
いえ、そういうわけじゃなくてですね。
Oh my god.
もし折りたたみ式のほうきとか熊手とかなら。
ほうほう。私の万能高枝切りばさみも見たいと。よろしい。それでしたら放課後、いつもの茶道部に来てください。
Can't help but feel embarrassed hearing her say that with an infectious smile spread across her face. Unable to come up with a witty reply, the best I can muster is a weak guess.
約束ですよ。ここだけの話、部費で購入したお茶受けが余ってしまいまして、日持ちするものではないので、元気な男の子の協力が不可欠なんです。
Anya, aren't there like different routes in this game? But like, isn't this game like not even finished? Like, do you know how to if there's an update? I don't know. You know about all that?
そうですか。じゃあ予定が合えばぜひ。食べ物に釣られていくとか猫かって話ですけど。
Smiled so friendly, I can't help but joke a little. The upperclassman with the green ribbon replies, "Sorry, I didn't hear ya." So I know there's different routes in this game. And I also know this game isn't like finished, right? Like, aren't all the routes not written? Do you like know anything about that, or like how do you get the new routes on this game when they come out?
どちらかというとワンちゃんではないでしょうか。というか猫科はよくありません。最後まで頼りになるのは律儀で頭のいい犬
This girl
科で
just
す。
said cats are awful. Alright, she's on my shit list. Not a fan. She declares her oddly strong preference with a pleased look on her face. So headed the same way, our conversation continues to roll on. We talked about last week's midterms and the sports festival, which was reduced in scale and only lasted a day. At the cafeteria where the menus never changed. About the controversy between the students in the school over the use of mobile devices, which ends up being a bit of a downer, so we changed the topic and laugh about our impressions of a movie we had recently seen. 15 minutes pass quickly. This is the universally loved senpai that rumors describe. She can really hold a conversation. Whatever. whatever. I don't want to think about the fact that we'll soon arrive at Soya Station, so you raise another topic. But...
ちょっとうるさいんですけど。
Oh. She points out we had forgotten about our surroundings. We bow our heads to apologize.
怒られちゃいましたね。
ごめんなさい。私の笑い声が大きかったんです。
Maybe if you like cats, Seal, that wouldn't happen. After that, the conversation peters out. It's like the friendly atmosphere we had experienced had been a lie. Everyone's just a stranger, and a silence peculiar to the city dominates the train. Train arrives at Soya Station. It's just before 7. It's a little early for school and the city's still asleep. The station's quiet now, but in an hour it'll be full of people.
今朝も交通量が少なめですね。最近街の目覚めが遅い気がします。
Senpai says something strange while carrying her heavy luggage.
荷物学校まで持って行きましょうか。
ああ、いえいえ、お気になさらず。私は寄って行くところがありますので。
That's suspicious. Where are you stopping, huh? Go hide a body? She smiles and waves back at me as she runs off. She's so fast and light on her feet that she reminds me of a frolicking gazelle. I almost want to break into a run as well, so as not to be outdone, but I have no particular reason to hurry. Besides, I have my body to worry about. I'll just head to school at my usual pace. And then... the girl from earlier comes out of the ticket gate. She brushes past me at a
見かけ通り軽薄なんですね。うんざりしました。
Leaves behind some scathing criticism. Okay, girl. I'm stunned by your sudden rebuke. Apparently, I really offended her. From now on, I'll be more careful when talking on the train. This game only has 2 routes, Senpai route on the other one. About the other routes, such as Kohaka, it's still on ETA. That's unfortunate. I may unintentionally said something that made people uncomfortable. Well, you have to take that into account.
最近の中学生は
Can't believe she dashed out a comment like that while simply passing by. It's almost like how the samurai of old used to casually execute peasants they passed on the road. Damn, do they really do that? I mean, it's Japan, I would not be surprised, but like, that's brutal. Damn, what the fuck? That's so fucked up. Peasants weren't doing shit. I mean, peasants got it hard enough. Walk to school a little slower. By the time I'm within sight of the grounds, it's almost 7. I thought it was over. Hold on. How do you see the history? No, that's not what I meant to do. I clicked something early and it brought up the history. Hold on. Oh no, not that. How do I see the history? Oh no! How do I? Oh god, I did not mean to put auto on. This is scary. Okay, hold on. Configure maybe? Hotkeys. No. Controls. This has told me nothing. Is it? No, wait. Okay, you know what, just forget it. It's totally unremarkable high school with a moderate rate of advancement, passive extracurricular activities, and reasonable lax school rules. The only complaint from the male students is a common: please improve the outdated uniform. Our requests have been ignored. Do you want to see the logs? Well, it wasn't that important, it's fine. On the other hand, the female student's uniform was changed 3 years ago. School thought that people would be hesitant to apply if they had to wear the old-fashioned sailor uniforms. So they bet that this they could compromise. scenery is familiar, but something feels amiss. Everyone seems more hectic this morning. Teachers are running to the staff room with pale faces. An unfamiliar black car is stationed in the parking lot. This is already so different. Sky is bleak. I find myself imagining a funeral with no attendees, or somber funerary curtains stretching on and on into the distance. I sigh at my dark thoughts. I decide to put this unpleasant premonition out of my head and make for my classroom. I enter the empty classroom. I sit down in my chair and kill time until the morning homeroom. As I studiously dedicate myself to my prep work, the classroom begins to fill with people.
おはよう。本日の朝練無事終了のお知らせ。
あれ？一番乗りは私らじゃないんだ。どうの早くな。
ああ、あれか。ボランティア。でも今日だったっけ？やっぱ俺サボったかも。
Am I thinking? Oh, I was thinking of it. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. I was thinking of rewrite for a second. I was like, are we one of 3 people? It's V? It is, you're right. Good to know, thank you. They greet each other cheerfully as they see one another before taking their seats. I have a chat with the students that have just come back from club activities. Cover everything ranging from last night's news, which had been so thoroughly discussed. There is barely anything left to say about it, to the school's gossip that's less than 10 minutes old. It might just be simple idle talk to kill time, but it's a necessary part of our routine. So let him warm up before the day begins, in this age of information overload. I just saw your Discord message. Ah, Murky, hi! Oh, I love you too. I hope you're doing well. Have you ever heard of Tsukihime? Oh, it's so good to see you. The atmosphere in the classroom suddenly changes. Harmonious chatter is replaced by the furtive whispering.
なら道塞いでんじゃねえよザコども。朝っぱらから群がりやがって通行の邪魔だろうが。
Quickly, a standoffish complaint echoes through the classroom. I know who it is without having to look. The guy that just showed up, the one responsible for casting a shadow over the classroom.
Cheese! Good morning, メガネ君!
Cheese!
今朝も新規臭い顔しやがって。まったくクソみたいな野郎ですね。
You really are a piece of shit! Wow. Oh, I'm on mobile. I just got hit with 1 out of 5 as soon as I press send. Oh my god, no! Okay. Let me know when the ads are over. Oh god. So I can talk to you. Are they over yet or no? I don't know. Is this delinquent who long ago strayed from the idyllic spirit of our school?
おい、挨拶どうした？人が珍しく朝から来てやってんのに。おはようの言葉もなしですか？むしろ朝からいてくれてありがとうぐらいの気持ちはないのですか？
ないよ。朝から濃い顔見てげんなりしてるだけ。
Okay, hi. Oh, okay, cool. Hi, Merc. I'm sorry you got hit with ads, but it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And I asked, have you heard of Tsukihime? That's what I'm playing right now. I was playing the original, but then I did a vote on my YouTube and more people wanted the remake, so that's what I'm playing. The remake. But hi! OMG. Also love you too. I said that too. I forgot to re-say that.
そもそもありがとうとかないし、お前のために学校に来てるわけじゃないし。
I've heard of it, the artist queue.
何？
Yeah.
バカ言うなよ。俺は遠野のために学校に来てるんだぞ。そんなの不公平じゃんか。
I feel like there might be a character like me from what I've seen, because there's a fighting game called Melty Blood that I played that's a part of this universe, and I seemed a little bit like Kohaku in that game. So I want to see in this game. I hope she comes up so I can see. Oh yeah, the Nasu-verse, I think. That sounds familiar. You're probably right. I'm speechless. Sometimes I wonder why I'm his best friend. He loves you. Orange dyed hair and pierced ears. I'm looking. The mean look in his eyes and his rebellious attire gives the impression of someone who's always spoiling for a fight. Wait, this scene is so cute. This day and age where culture of delinquent students has died out, he's a free-spirited purveyor of violence. Sounds like my ex. That's him! Inui Arihiko.
まあいいか。朝から教室に来るのはいいことだ。
Wait, let me go get water really quick. I'm sorry. I ran out and I'm a thirsty girl. Delinquents are usually my types of anime. Me too! Oh my god, speaking of anime, I just finished an anime before this stream. Like literally today. I started it and finished it today. It's called Tomodachi Game. And the main character, oh, that man, what's his name? Yuichi? Ooh. That is a man, honey. That is a man. I want him. Have you seen it? I need to read the manga because that is a man. Like, I need to read the manga because there's only one season of the anime and it doesn't conclude everything. So I'm like, bitch, I want to see more.
おはようアリヒコ。ついに出席日数を気にしだしたか？
いや、そこは別に気にしてない。まだまだ余裕はありますよ。
Hello? Why is it?
今日は家に姉貴がいるんでサボれなくなっただけ。つうか朝まで鉄マンしてたんで、いい加減体力の限界だ。
そうか、すまない。挨拶、おやすみクズヒコ。机に急げ。さっさと寝ろ。
Asihiko. Is that his name or is he calling him an ass? Hold on. How do I see V? Yeah, he is. He is saying Asahiko. Okay. It's Asahiko.
何その冷めた反応
He's such an old man. What do you mean, Washong? I know.
それが中学からのライバルに対する態度ですかもっとこう、熱い対応してくれませんかね
なんで俺とお前がライバルなんだ無軌道に行きたいんなら街で同行の死を見つけてろよあんまり構わないでくれ
He's saying with oishi looky. Blah! 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 No, I won't let him. I will save you. Just kidding. This guy isn't quite my type, but he's like people that are. Blah. No, I've lent him almost 10,000 yen since middle school, and he hasn't given any of it back. That's not a rival anymore. That's just a normal enemy.
どうしてかな遠野ってば俺にだけ冷たいよな
I do think he's funny though.
他の奴らには聖人君子みたいなやつなのに
なんだ分かってるじゃないか世の中公平なことってあんまりないだろ
そりゃそうだけどよやっぱお前俺には特に冷たくね
I would chew on him, yep. Oh my god, oh, Mark, I missed you. Arihiko, and I don't mean that in a like, fuck you for not being around, I more just mean like, oh, it's so nice to see you again kind of way. Just to clarify, I missed you. Oh, Arihiko sighs exaggeratedly. It's not like I'm being cold to him on purpose, it's just a natural consequence of how frank we are with each other. Oh, he wants his Franco, right? Although our interests and tastes are different, we're on the same wavelength somehow, I guess.
まあ家から逃げてきたはいいとして普段から夜型のお前が朝から出席するなんてどんな風の吹き回しだちょっといやかなり普通じゃないぞ
まあな俺だってそう思うたまたま目が覚めたからって来るもんじゃねえよな学校ってやつはぶっちゃけもう帰りてああやっぱ学生には勉強する意思とか必要なんですかね
He's certainly right, but when this guy says it, it makes me think that simply coming to school, despite not feeling up to it is admirable.
そのあたりの議論は今度暇な時に鏡に向けてやってくれ。俺が聞きたいのはなんで街に行かないかってこと。カラオケでも漫画喫茶でも時間潰すならそっちのがいいんじゃない？
そりゃあれだよ。最近は何かと物騒だからですよ。荒ごとこなすのもただじゃねえし、あっちには体力ある時しか顔出したくねえわけ。
It's getting real dangerous out there.
おう、遠野だって知ってんだろ。派手に出回ってる通り魔事件の話だよ。
This
駅
just
前
like
のセン
fate.
タ
I
ー
think I
街、
said that
夜
when
にな
I
ると
played
警
the
官も巡
original.
回しているしな。
そっか、そんな話もあったっけ？
Oh yeah, there's a killing going on? I totally forgot. Okay. Hearing about it from Arihiko has jogged my memory. The house I lived in until yesterday is a few stations away from here. I'm already in bed and very eepy, but if I fall asleep, I love you. Oh, I love you too. Don't worry. If you need to sleep, feel free to. It is nice to see you. But if you stay up, hell yeah. I hadn't really been paying much attention to the events surrounding the station. Pretty sure it's all over the news though. If I recall correctly.
なんだっけ、すごく低俗な売り文句だったけど、深夜の通り魔事件だっけ？
連続猟奇殺人事件な。被害者は大抵若い女で、2日前に発見された仏さんで8人目。かつ全員の喉元に。
What the hell? It's so bizarre. I can't even picture it.
違うよ、乾くん。殺されちゃった人はみんな体内の血液が著しく失っ。
Well, I remember her. Must have been talking pretty loudly, because Yumizuka pops in from nearby to correct him.
ああ、そうだったそうだった。
She said, "You're
現代
stupid."
の吸血鬼かっていう見出しだったもんな、あれ。サンキュー、ユミズカ。おはようさん。
I feel like there might be vampires in this universe then, because I don't know. I feel like games throw in hints like that.
ついでに言うと外傷には個人差があって、傷が全くない場合と損傷の激しいタイプに分かれてる。
Or so I heard.
詳しいんだね、弓塚さん。
そんなことないよ。この街で起きている事件なんだもん。ニュースを見てれば嫌でも覚えちゃうことだと思う。
You're right.
とま、そういうことだよ、遠野。いくら俺でもな、夜中に殺人犯が出歩いているうちは夜遊びなんざしねっての。最近は真面目に家の中で夜更かししてるわけ。
I don't want to know what I'm right about.
なんだ、そんな理由だったのか。まともすぎて逆に意外だ。殺人犯に怯えて家にこもるなんてお前らしくもない。
らしくないじゃねえよ。普通は殺人犯に怯えるだろう。こっちはやる気がねえのに、あっちだけやる気満々とか不意打ちにも程がある。絶対にごめんだね。俺はまだ人生棒に振りたくねえ。
ああ、そっか、そうだよな。
お前ね、そこは逃げるって選択肢はねえの？
What did he mean by this? I don't know.
なんでとことんまで付き合うんだよ。
だって逃げられないんじゃないのか、そういう場合って。
I still think this man is
遠
a
野に振っ
little
た俺がアホ
psycho.
だった。実際の話、俺も殺人犯は気にしてねえ。ああいうのはほら、天才だろ。出会っちまう方に運がない。俺が街に出ないのはもっと現実的な理由でさ。最近北口駅前で新手のバカどもが湧いてんだよ。正直顔も。
North of the station, that's downtown. Same general area as the business district. At night, it's bustling with lots of people and traffic. Arihiko also lives over that way, so if he's avoiding these new idiots, they must be pretty dangerous.
どうのも
I don't
聞いた
even
ことねえ
care.
か？
I don't even care. Like, why would you think I care? Honestly, to be honest, like.
度胸試しのようなもの。秘密の入り口から地下道に入って奥までつければ大金が手に入るってやつ。
それなら私も聞いたことあるけど、それってただの階段じゃなかった？
That's just what I've heard.
結構昔からある都市伝説だったらしい。それを儲け話っぽく仕立てて利用してるバカどもがいるんだよ。どっから流れてきた新参者か知んねえが、俺基本的に痛いの嫌だし、あんだけ派手にやってればポリも動くだろうし、連中が捕まるのでしばらく自重して家にこもってんのよ。
An urban legend circulating around the north side of the station. I'm no local, so I can't say I've ever heard of it. I guess that's just something else I'll have to start paying attention to starting today.
なんだよ、反応薄いな。さてはあれか？朝から貧血でぶっ倒れたのか？
いや、今朝はまだだ。心配してくれるのはありがたいんだけどね。そう四六時中貧血を起こしてたら体が持たないよ。
まあ、そりゃもっともだ。遠野が大丈夫だって言うんだ。
Wait a minute, vampire anemia? Hold on!
ほら、授業が始まるぞ。
I'm connecting the dots.
席に戻って寝ろ。
That makes a line.
はいよ。
That's all I got.
と、そうそう。今日の昼飯な、食堂でするからな。驚きの特別ゲストをお呼びしているので、楽しみにしてやがれ。
Couch just went crazy. Arihiko snickers as though plotting something and returns to his seat. I heard the cat. Yeah, that was my cat going crazy.
あ、うん。弓塚さんも付き合わせ。
Oops. With quick light steps, she returns to her seat. What? What? Why are you yelling at me? 5 minutes after the bell signaling to the start of homeroom, our teacher Toyama Sensei still hasn't arrived. They're dead. Just as homeroom is about to end, the teacher next door comes in and announces that they're absent. Baby really said, wow, 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 wow.
やったー今日の数学自習じゃん
Someone in the front class shouts in victory. Sits in victory. Toyama Sensei is our math teacher. If she's not here, today's class will be self-study, so as long as we complete the assigned printouts, and spend the rest of the period as we please. Some students use it to study, others to slack off. I start to work on my math problems. When I was a child, I was told that it would be difficult for me to enter a prestigious school with my body. Huh? So I stopped attending cram school, but studying itself was so interesting. It doesn't hurt to have a good education, regardless of whether you go into college or into the workforce. After solving a few application problems, I read the right. I look up and notice some students in the hallway. They're gang stalking you. Since my seat is far away, I can only hear fragments of their voices.
やっぱり信じられない。
朝練の時、先生たちが結相会で職員室に。
Oh my god.
まだ噂だから。
Dead.
でもそんな簡単に。
They're dead.
ひどいよ。なんでそんなことに。
Furrow my brow, thinking that the worse premonition is, the more likely it is to come true.
昨日の事件。
校長室に刑事っぽい二人組が。
I brace myself for what's coming next. Something I'm used to. Dun dun dun. I breathe in and wait for the words that I don't miss, so I don't dismiss it as something natural.
だからさ、富山。昨日死んだら
Oh
し
my
い。
god, I'm a prediction master. I'm psychic. Just kidding, I just have really good intuition. I close my eyelids gently as if blocking out my headache. Oh, my teacher died. What a headache. That's not what they meant, but I thought it was funny. The rumors about Tomoya Sensei didn't spread very far, and our morning classes ended without incident. It's lunchtime. The classroom is bustling. That guy is a hero for me. Some students have left for the cafeteria, others for the courtyard, and the rest are spreading out their packed lunches. Spreading out their legs, their packed lunches in the classroom. Sorry, I'm sorry. Now then, where should I have lunch? There, what? I don't know what to do. We're going with our gut this game. I don't want steel. I'll go with number 1. We'll go with Arihiko. He suddenly disappeared at the end of 4th period. He must have gone into the cafeteria reserved seat for us. Though he didn't promise to go to the cafeteria. Wow! I feel uncomfortable disregarding his kindness. I'll have lunch in the cafeteria today. Cafeteria is almost full. It's a 10-minute queue to the order. Arihiko and I sit down at the table watching the other students. Once you always go back using the flowchart feature in the pause menu. Oh, okay.
それでアリヒコ、特別ゲストって誰？
Wait, does it... Okay, hold on.
それがまだおいでになさらぬ。食堂で待ち合わせだったんだが、ちょっと待っててくれ。様子を見てくる。
Interesting. Oh. Cool. That's a neat feature, yeah. It's just, Arihiko leaves his curry udon and runs away from the table. Curry? Seal's coming. Cause, oh yeah, Mark, the character Seal in this game, she's like, either Chie Sensei was based on her, or like they were based, one of them was based on, they have a relationship like that, where they're not the same character, but like, I think the design, they were like based, one of them was based on the other. Oh yeah, Chie is based on her, I think. Oh, okay. I opted for Chikara udon today. I hope he comes back before the noodles get too soggy.
ダメだ。先輩どっか行っちまったらしい。
ゲストって3年生だったのか？
おお、面白い先輩だな。ここ数日アタックしてようやくランチご一緒ツアーまで取り付けたんだよ。今日は他に約束ができたとかで学校中を走り回ってるらしい。
忙しい人みたいだね。
忙しいっていうか、全自動マッサージ機みたいな人だ。
Arihiko splits his chopsticks, seemingly disappointed.
ま、今回は仕方ねえわな。じゃ、いただきますと。
はい。
いただきますと。Something completely normal, Umineko reference. I know. We both tuck into our udon. Tuck in? Interesting. Still, likening someone to fully automated message machine is interesting. It makes me a little curious. I'll ask him about that next time.
で、本当のところ。
だって何が？
今日お前が朝から教室にいた理由。
Boys, what does that mean?
いちこさんが家にいるって嘘だろ。あの人、今昼間の仕事についてるじゃんか。
In between bites of my udon, I pose a question to the man across from me. Ichiko-san is Arihiko's older sister. She's one of those mysterious working adults. Oh yes, so mysterious to have a job as an adult. It's taking care of me in the past.
ああ、そっか。バレるか。殿、今日から実家に戻るのか？
そうだけど、その話
してねえよ。俺は姉貴から聞いただけ。それでだな。殿がブルー入ってないか、ちょっと確認したくなってな。
そうか。それで、成果は？
早起きするほど面白い見せ物じゃなかったぜ。がっかりですよ、がっかり。
ご期待に添えず申し訳ない。ほんと、有彦暇人だな。
暇人だからゴシップ好きなんですよ。殿さ、小学生の自分からよそに預けられてたんだろ。どんな理由かは知らないが、それから7年も経つんだ。なんで今になって感動してた息子を呼び戻すんだよ。お前、
感動されていたわけじゃない。なんとなく屋敷から出るように言われただけだ。
遠野君、君ね、なんとなくで子供を家から追い出す過程があったら、それは悲劇じゃなくて笑い話ですよ。ただし、ほら一歩手前、寒すぎて笑えねえけどな。
Jesus Christ. He laughs exaggeratedly. One of his strong points is he never takes things too seriously. Truth is, even before I was involved in a car accident and hospitalized, my relationship with my father was already strained. The Tonos have been a prominent family for a long time, and their way of life is far from the norm. What I remember from my childhood is a huge Western-style building and the pressure of the family's traditions, which were locked in time to match it. The family is extremely wealthy, and a shareholder in several companies, Traumatized. My father, Makihisa, was apparently a mediocre businessman, but the assets he inherited from his grandfather were strong enough to keep the company running smoothly. Sounds like Kinzo. The house was an anachronism. I don't know. You know what that means? You're smart, Merc. The lifestyle within was that of the upper class, where everything revolved around decorum and history. What kind of child wouldn't get bored with living in a mansion like this? Children who come from nothing, probably. Oh, I'm so bored being wealthy and taken care of. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, I'm so poor thing. So when I was told that I'd be entrusted to the Arimas, I accepted that without much resistance. Although, okay, granted, rich people can still experience bad things. Lots of rich kids are neglected by their parents, and that's not good. I'm just picking at him. It just means like from a different generation or something. Oh, okay. See, I knew you'd know. Or a different time. It goes for the best in the end. Got along well with the people of the Arima family, and I get treated my stepmother, Keiko, and stepfather, Fumiomi, as if they were my real parents. I'd always longed for a normal family, which is why Shiki lived with the Arimas as though he were their actual son. I don't think there's anything to regret about that. Well, there's one thing. Can't help but feel bad about leaving my younger sister, Akiha, behind at the mansion. She must hate me, hate Shiki. I mean, she has every right to. She was left alone in that huge mansion, living with my hard-headed father. It's easy to imagine how she feels about me running away from her. Yeah, so basically, Mark, he was in an accident. He's been told it was a car accident, but the very beginning scene of this game was him in a forest, surrounded by a bunch of bodies, and then someone comes forward to try and kill him, and then someone he, quote, calls his mother jumps in front of him and saves him, and then he gets hurt, and then the next scene he's in the hospital. So yeah, that's normal. And also, there's a whole bunch more. Ever since then, ever since that accident, he sees lines and everything, and if he like puts like a knife in the lines, he can cut the whole thing apart. So like, he put like a plastic knife in his bed where the line was and traced it, and it like broke in half. But excuse me, that's so cool though. Yeah, but when he was in the hospital, no one believed him and said he had brain damage, and then he bumped into this girl with red hair named Alko, and she like helped him out for like a week, and then at the end of the week she gave him glasses. Thank you. Glasses so that he doesn't see the lines, because it made him depressed. And then she left. And then he moved in with his step family, so that's basically the background. I wonder. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Problem is that I don't have the answer to that question myself. Might have been a series of bad coincidences. Well, I must have been unlucky in many ways. Lunchtime is full of tea for real. He lifts his bowl with both hands and chugs the broth. Lunch break is short, so I decide to follow his example and finish my meal quickly. Slurp. Classes have ended. I couldn't bring myself to head to the mansion right away, so instead I've just been staring idly out the window at the schoolyard. The classroom has been dyed orange by the setting sun. The color, like that of a still wet watercolor red, hurts my eyes just a little. I don't really like crimson red. Looking at it makes me feel nauseous, so like it seeps directly into the depths of my eyeballs. As it turns out, I have a hard time with things that remind me of blood. Or more accurately, I've developed a condition that has made me this way. 7 years ago, Shiki had a near-death experience. I'm told there was a terrible accident. Since I happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, I was caught up in a collapsing building. Initially, it seemed the injury would be fatal and everyone had given up hope. Apparently, things were looking pretty grim. However, thanks to the quick response of the doctors and the fact that all the wounds were concentrated in one place, I was miraculously saved somehow. When I think back on it like this, it seems like someone else's story, and it's only natural that much of it feels made up. One day I was unexpectedly got involved in an accident, was struck by an object which pierced through my chest and lost consciousness. I was like a machine that had been forcibly shut down. My memories immediately following the accident are an indistinct blur of pain and cold. The first thing I can remember is waking up in the hospital. I still have the scars from the accident. According to what I heard, not only did I land hard on my back when I fell, but a piece of glass or something had pierced my chest. Thanks to that, I have a burn-like scar. Suspicious. In the middle of my chest and back. First time I looked directly at my body after the wounds had closed, I passed out at the gruesome sight. Pussy. I'm just kidding. Since then, I've had frequent bouts of anemia and fainted many times, my bad, causing a lot of trouble for those around me. It's probably the reason why my father, Makihisa, left me with the animas. He must have thought I wasn't strong enough to be the heir. I mean, knowing visual novels, that's probably not the reason. I was doing it to protect you or something like that, or like I had to because of this. Hold back the wave of nausea that comes over me. Pain is like a needle prickling my eyeball, but I take some deep breaths and push through it. The mark of death lies square in the middle of my chest, hidden beneath my uniform. Ever since the accident, I've been able to see the lines. Thanks to the glasses Sensei gave me, I've been able to live a decent life, but if I hadn't met her, I would have lost my mind ages ago. When I said goodbye to Keiko-san this morning, she was concerned about the fact that the members of the household are a little unusual. She needn't have worried. After all, even if they're normal, I'm not exactly an ordinary person either. I put my glasses back on and pick up my bag. Can't stay in the classroom forever. Let's go to the mansion. I want to see Kohaku! Out on a new route, back to my new home. After passing block after block of close-knit apartment complexes, I arrive at a spacious upscale residential area. I'm getting closer and closer to the mansion. Oh, Andrew! 45454. Thank you for following. I hope you're doing well. The scenery around me isn't familiar. I lived in the mansion up until 7 years ago, till I was 10 years old. My memories back then are definitely hazy, but the scenery is still pretty nostalgic. Not entirely sure how I feel right now. This return trip is both nostalgic and novel to me. I walk up a long slope. There are fewer and fewer houses around. The smell of greenery tickles my nostrils. Even though we're in the middle of a city, the atmosphere here feels like it's rejected modernity. I can never say this word. Modernity? Is that it? Modernity? Almost all the land from this point on belongs to the Tono family. The mansion where Tono Shiki lived until he was 10 years old. All it holds are old memories and a family that doesn't get along. Though that said, I only have one immediate family member left in the mansion now. The father that hated me, Makihisa, head of the family, passed away. My mother died of an illness the year Akiha was born. So there are only 2 Tonas left, me and my younger sister Akiha. Normally as the eldest son, Shiki would be the heir, but I've lost that privilege. Being the heir of the family means being subjected to a rigid education. I hated it, so I'd always run off and go play. I can't even remember how many times my father gave me a hard time about it. Then I was involved in an accident that left me with a physical defect, and he took the opportunity to cut me off. He said even if you're the eldest son, a weakling like you, who could drop dead at any time, cannot be my successor. I defied his expectations and managed to recover, but by that time my younger sister Akiha had been chosen as the heir. Akiha was already being raised as the daughter of the family, but once I was out of the running, her upbringing became even stricter. I used to play together with her in the mansion gardens up until I was 10. Up until I was involved in the accident, I haven't seen her even once since then. That was 7 years ago. I wonder how the mansion's changed. I'll arrive at the mansion in a few minutes. There's one thing that's still on my mind, it's... Oh. I'm curious about this one. Come to think of it, there are lots of other people living at the residence, besides Makihisa and Akiha. Relatives of ours were staying in the main building. Servants were living and working in the annex. 7 years ago, so I don't remember much, but I do remember playing with other children, not just me and Akiha. I'm pretty sure they were... Damn, so used, I can't remember. There were a lot of people coming and going at the residence back then. Heard from Keiko-san that 7 years ago was about when Makihisa was vigorously expanding his business. Given how many strangers were showing up at the mansion, I'd honestly it'd be odd if I did remember each and every one of them.
そうだった。それより、今は親父のことだ。
Think back on the time I spent with my father. To be honest, I don't actually remember doing anything with him. He was a strict father, a quiet man who didn't let his emotions show. Do not go outside, do not go into the city. People are born with different statuses. Protect our normal bloodline. You shouldn't view yourself as the same as other people. So are his rules, and by extension the rules of the family. I rebelled against the rules. I felt that my father's teachings were wrong. Not because his reasoning was flawed, they just didn't feel that convincing. Maybe it was just me, but as a child, I felt like his teachings didn't even belong in this era. Although I wasn't the only one who disagreed with his words, I was the only one who could openly defy him. So I resolved against ignore orders and frequently escaped from the mansion. This led to me being involved in the accident. The world outside the mansion is hideous. It's poison to us. It reminds me of Buddhism and the story with Siddhartha. It's ironic. My dad's favorite phrase ended up being true, even if only for me. After I woke up in the hospital, Makihisa didn't come to visit me even once. I had no memory of him, was him ordering me to go to the house. Ow, I just hit my finger. The day I returned to the mansion after being discharged from the hospital. I guess I'll never see that side of him again either. I think that the fact that I'm not experiencing any strong feelings about his death speaks volumes about our relationship. The main gate is firmly shut. As a child, I knew the mansion was pretty big, but after living in a normal-sized house, it's finally sinking in just how huge it is. Its entire hill overlooking the city is the property of the family. The plot with the mansion on it is alone larger than my high school. And if you count the forest that spreads out behind it, it's probably 3 times bigger. The grounds are surrounded by a long wall and trees, making it impossible to peek inside. The main gate, which serves as the entrance to the property, is closed and forbidding. Next to the bigger gate for cars, there's a doorway for people. After a moment of hesitation, I press the button that seems to be the doorbell. Unlike a normal intercom, there's no ringing to be heard by the person who pressed the button. After a few seconds of waiting, the lock on the door releases, and the intercom buzzes, inviting me to enter.
ここのドア、全自動になったんだ。
I open the heavy door, pass through the stone gate, and set foot on the estate. The door locks behind me with a satisfying clunk. Beyond the main gate, a gently sloping path leads into the depths of the forest. Tall trees hem in the path, making it feel like a tunnel. It extends due east, and after about 40 meters makes a hard left to the north. With each step I take, my memories gradually start to return. I know this path. Ran along it countless times. Almost there. This corner turned north to the left, and there it is. The mansion, towering high like some imposing castle. Without a decide that could be of either admiration or resignation. Hasn't changed at all. According to my father, the house was heavily renovated after the war. The basic construction, however, was inherited from my grandfather, who himself inherited it from his own grandfather. It was a castle for a powerful man, a man from a family that has been in this land for hundreds of years. To Tsukihime, known to all members of the family, his mansion is practically sacred. The annual family reunions, there would always be a handful of adults trying to curry favor with my father so that he'd rent them a corner of the mansion. They were all probably successful businessmen with their own mansions, yet for some reason they were obsessed with living here. They must have considered living here to be very prestigious. What a bunch of nonsense. I'm not familiar with the values of the upper class. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just a mansion. Sate. No turning back now, not after I've come this far. Next to the double doors, there's an incongruous doorbell. Shake off my nervousness and push it. Familiar ring that would usually fall never comes. The heavy silence continues for several seconds. I can hear the sounds of hurried footsteps coming from the other side of the door. Despite its heavy appearance, the door opens slightly. Ooh, who's that? I don't know, I hope it's Kohaku. Squint at the light of the setting sun shining through the window. Thought I prepared myself for this, but the sight of the lobby was enough to take my breath away. Any visitor would be overwhelmed by the architectural beauty. Get the striking feeling I've been transported to a different country in a different time. The interior of the mansion is so dated, even the atmosphere is different. Still, this is the residence lobby of my memories. Yay! It is! Stand there motionless across from the person who came to greet me. A girl in anachronistic clothes.
よかった。あんまりにも遅いものですから、お迷いになられているのではと心配していたんですよ。日が落ちてもいらっしゃらないようでしたら、こちらからお迎えに向かうところでした。
Girl wearing a kimono and apron laughed softly.
いや。
I'm so bewildered by this unexpected turn of events that I can't speak coherently. I assumed the person waiting to welcome me would have been the rugged-looking belle who had been Makihisa's secretary. Girl tilts her head gently as if puzzled by my confused attitude.
四季様ですよね。
はい。様っていうのは、余計だけど。
ですよね。もう脅かさないでください。私また間違えてしまったのかと怖くなってしまったじゃないですか。
Girl in the apron presses her forefinger to her lips with a warning gesture. Like a mother scolding her child. Appears she really did worry and is now quite cross. Even so, the smile remains on her face and she still gives off a welcoming atmosphere. She's wearing a kimono and apron. She came here to greet me and she addresses me as Selma, which she must be.
すみません。もしかしてここのお手伝いさんですか?
Wow, we really got the best and the brightest over here. She simply smiles in response to my question.
さあ、お疲れでしょ?
Oh, okay, Gabe. You think I'm not gonna pick up on that? She did not confirm or deny that. That means there's more shit going on.
遠慮せずに上がってくださいな。
I'm very observant. Okay, I pick up on these things. Thank you. The girl starts walking as if guiding me, her every movement gentle and calm. She heads towards the corridor on the east side of the lobby, next to the grand staircase. If I remember correctly, the door to the living room is just inside the hallway. Ooh, I'm between 1 and 2. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna ask her name. So I just stop her and ask for her name. Feel bad just calling her you there.
すみません。名前を聞いていいですか? 来たばかりで、今のうちの事情がよくつかめなくて。
Yo, Vaninku. Hi, Strange. How are you? Call out to her. The girl in the kimono looks at me in surprise.
琥珀と申します。このお屋敷で遠野家のご当主様に仕えさせていただいております。
Smiling, the girl bows her head in introduction. I wish I was sleepy, but I'm awake. It's a gentle motion, like that of a flower blooming from a bud. Girl leads me to the living room. Living room, which I haven't seen in 7 years, is so much more luxurious now. I feel as if I'm seeing it for the first time. I wonder if I've gotten too used to the house, or if the standards here have risen in these past 7 years. Either way, I feel like this is a stranger's home, and it makes me uncomfortable. Start to look around the living room.
借りてきた猫ちゃんみたいですね。お気持ちはわかりますが、どうぞ楽にしてくださいまし。ここは四季様の家なんですから。
そうですよね。
I hurriedly sit down on the sofa. I just came back to my own house. I'm already overwhelmed by everything. How pathetic. Around the kimono moves the tea wagon. Imagine having a maid. Watch what you say, Strange, because that girl might be like me. The corner leaning closer, brews a cup of tea, and brings it to me on a tray.
どうぞ、そちゃですが。
ありがとうございます。
Can't help but feel embarrassed as she serves me politely with a smile on her face. Doubt has anything to do with the way I lived at the house. I'm just a middle class at heart.
明葉様に声をおかけしてきますので、しばらくお待ちください。
Hello? Did it freeze again? Yep.
そうですね。おそらく10分ほどかかりますから。
いいんですか? 勝手に歩き回って。
何をおっしゃいますやら。ここは四季様のお家です。勝手も何もございません。いえ、でも2階はちょっといけませんね。1階でしたらお好きにご観覧ください。
Oh yeah, hold on, I have to pee so bad, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. Also, I want to check, because I was thinking that I was peeing. She denied when she was a maid, but I want to see what she said about her position. I serve the head. So she didn't necessarily say she's a maid, she said she serves the head.
四季様にとっては7年ぶりのお屋敷ですもの。懐かしくて胸が弾んでいますでしょ。それでは。
She brandishes a mischievous smile and bows and leaves the room.
参ったな。
Lavishly made living room makes me muttering of a rate even louder. Should I stay here and pass the time being nervous? That's just like funny. Should I take a walk around the mansion? Sure, I'll go for a little walk. 10 minutes, huh? That's enough time to go nose around the mansion a bit. Can at least take a look around the rest of the east wing and the first floor corridor.
ここにいても緊張するだけだしな。
I get up off the sofa. If I remember correctly, the West Wing had a game room with a pool table and darts.
おや、戻る前に立ち寄ったのだが、先客がいたとはね。
So they step into the lobby, a voice calls out to me from the stairs. Look over at the large staircase leading to the second floor. What the fuck? What the fuck? Excuse me? I was not expecting that at all, so I was like, see an all-black figure almost too strange to be believed.
こんにちは、四季君。
What the fuck is happening? I'm so confused. I've never seen this character before in my life.
というのは間違いか。君の場合、おかえりというのが正しかった。
You scare me. It's a super villain. What the fuck? The man, probably in his 30s, for the sound of his voice, saunters into the lobby. The fact that he's all black is not a metaphor. For whatever reason, he's covered in black bandages, not only on his hands but all the way up to his face. Makes him look like the central villain of an typical, I don't know, mystery novel.
あなたは
I am your father.
そうか。君が子供の頃に何度か顔を合わせたことはあったが、このなりではね。
Psyche? Is there a branch in the family with that name? No, more importantly, this person is how she say it.
構わんよ。キーの視線には慣れている。私は事故で顔を焼いてしまってね。ずいぶん前からこうでもしないと出歩けない体になっている。秋葉にも煙たがられているが、こればかりは仕方のないことだ。
Self-deprecating smile, he lifts his left hand to shade his eyes. As if to say that even the setting sun shining through the skylight was unpleasant.
しかしまあ、よくも帰ってこら。君のことだよ、四季君。牧久の言いつけを破って屋敷を抜け出した結果、くだらない脱落。そう、脱落だ。君はそんな自分が恥ずかしいと思わない。
Since the architect was respond with what? There's obvious contempt and provocation in his eyes, but there's no point making a scene here. After all, there's no mistaking what he said.
おや、反論はないのかな。
ないですよ。義務でも脱落者とか投資とか家族の話に。
家族の話だからこそ的確な言葉を選んだんだよね。養育は一族の将来への投資だ。市井の人間はともかく選ばれた血筋、尊い家系において個人の自由は存在しない。自由？いや、自意識と言ってもいいな。それらは成人した後、君は遠野の子でありながら それを理解していなかった。明葉とは似ても似つかぬ三流だ。そう睨むな四季君。今のはただ誤解させてしまったようだが、私は君の帰還に反対はしていない。どちらかというと賛成派だし、そもそも遠野家現当主の決定でもある。佐伯家は祖父の代から遠野家とは対等の付き合いをしている。現代風に言うと、今日は商談に来ただけでね。長引いてしまったが、色良い返事をもらえて上機嫌で帰った頃なあ、この陰気な姿でせっかくの帰郷に水を差すのも。
And with the black bandages, Saiki Goto heads past me towards the door, a cynical smile on his face. Bite my lip as I recall him calling me a deserter. It's a very accurate description of my position as mentioned, like you said. In any case, I need to go back to the living room and calm down. I'll take a walk around the mansion later. I'm over here night with my blood relative for the first time in 7 years, and I can't face her if I'm in a frustrated mood. After exactly 10 minutes, the girl returns.
四季様、何かお気に障ることでもありました？
Seems she's picked up on the fact that his words have me feeling bad.
いえ、なんでもないんです。ちょっと気をされているだけで。
まあ、お上手ですね。こちらこそお褒めいただきありがとうございます。
She gives me a shy smile, which makes me feel warm as well.
と、それより本題ですね。
The greatest thing ever happened to me. I got provoked by a supervillain.
お待たせしました。明葉様のご用事がお済みになりましたので。
Head upstairs via the main staircase in the center of the lobby. Her office, and some I could call it the heart of the family. It was Makihisa's private room in his capacity as head, and I wasn't allowed to enter as a kid. The room used by each successive head of the family. Now my sister Akiha is waiting for me. Contrast to the pale tones of the living room, the dominant theme of the office is red. Curtains are luxurious. Spotless crimson carpet covers the floor. The air is heavy and dignified. You can't help but feel the rich history of the room. This is the office of the head. Once the domain of Makihisa, now belongs to Akiha.
四季様をお連れしました。ご苦労様。仕事に戻っていいわよ、琥珀。はい。それでは失礼いたしますね。
Her voice structure sounds familiar. She bows lightly to the both of us in turn and leaves the room. I recognize that girl, Kisui, I think? Yone's up to myself and 2 girls I don't recognize. She looks a lot like Alko. I can't tell if she looks like Alko because that's their art style or because she's related to her. Dignified look in her eyes, the girl with the long black hair says the words laden with meaning. Mine's completely blank. His sleeve. Oh, that's what it is? I was close. My thoughts have stopped entirely. Can't even greet her properly. I'm only capable of nodding at her words. A little disappointed how pathetic I am, there's not much I can do about it. The Akiha before me looks very different from the one I knew 7 years ago. She like Kazusa Toma. I don't know anything about her.
兄さん、何かこの部屋に不審な点でも？
Sorry. Black-haired girl narrows her eyes slightly, as if carefully. Do not die. Don't tell me what to do. as if carefully examining her suspicious visitor. Mine is still trying to catch up. I can only stammer inarticulately. I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Cogs in my brain are turning at full speed, struggling to process that the girl in front of me is Akiha. She, on the other hand, seems to have no trouble recognizing me.
話には聞いていましたが、本当に体調が不安定なんですね。時間は無駄にしますが。
She addresses me. Her words seem to have a certain swing to them.
いや、体調はそう悪くない。秋葉があんまりにも変わってたんで。
7年も経てば変わります。ただでさえ私たちは成長期だったんですから。
いや。
So overwhelmed by the pressure she's exuding that I trail off. Or rather, I start to reflect on everything. Hadn't imagined what the current Akiha would be like. Hadn't thought Ryumoto. Hadn't thought outside of the realm of childhood memories convenient to me as her brother. I wonder how these past 7 years have made her develop. But it's way too rude to think about this in front of her.
面目ない。正直でもそれにしたって秋葉は変わったよ。
Get my honest opinion.
ありがとうございます。兄さんは以前とあまり変わってはいませんね。
She coldly makes an assertion with her eyes closed. Well, I expected something like this, but it really just seemed like she doesn't hold me in high regard after I left. Silence lasts a few seconds, and each of us tries to get a read on the other. Struggling to think of a casual greeting that's appropriate for a sister I've only just been reunited with. Meanwhile, she's observing me as if I were a stranger, which I suppose I am to her.
まあいいでしょう。体調が良いのなら話を済ませましょう。今回の移転について詳しい事情は聞いています。
いや、詳しい事情は何も。いいから屋敷に帰ってこいって話だけだ。
The head of a business group passes away. It's covered in financial columns. I live in a world where even someone like me, the distant son of a family, can learn of his parents' death without being informed by relatives. The news of his death was delivered to the family after his funeral, as if it was none of my business.
申し訳ありません。お父様のことを兄さんに知らせなかったのは。
She quietly bows her head. Her smooth black hair is beautiful. But girl, that's your sister. But now is not the time to be admiring it. Shouldn't have said that earlier.
そこは気にしなくていいんじゃないかな。俺が言ったって死人が生き返るわけでもないんだ。逆に親戚筋に合わなくて助かった。
Doesn't count in Japan. Oh my god. Being disowned puts you in a complicated position.
そうですか。そう言っていただけると、私も少しは気が楽になります。
Same goes for me, having a sister as frank as her. Funerals are a ritual for those who cannot forget a deceased to lay their feelings to rest. But your father and son with ties long since severed. Can't think of a single reason to say goodbye to him. I have neither the right nor the duty to see him off.
でも、そうなると親父の遺言ってわけでもない。
兄さんをこちらに呼び戻したのは、いつまでも遠野の長男が有馬の家に預けられているのはおかしいでしょ。どんな欠陥が。
Come to accept the word defect is natural. Heard it often from my father. I don't feel any dissatisfaction or animosity at hearing it from her either. After all, it's a correct assessment.
お父様、遠野牧久が亡くなった以上、遠野の血筋は私と兄さんだけです。血は守られなければいけません。お父様がどのような考えで兄さんを有馬の家に預けたかは知りませんが、
理由が定かではない以上、党の指揮をこちらで監督するのは家族として当然のことでしょ。
Her words are calm but compelling. As if she's declaring in advance she won't listen to any of my complaints or
監
protests.
督するか。
そんな自由はあなたにはありません。有馬の人間にも本家からの決定を拒む。私も兄さんも遠野家に育てられたものです。少なくとも成人し。
That's what Makihisa said too. Parents have a responsibility to raise their children and send them off as members of society. A family is no more than a smallest subdivision, makes up a nation, as a company must ship the defective products. To do so not only damages the name of the family, but also lowers the quality of the whole country. Okay. Those who cannot take on that responsibility are not qualified to be parents. Rigid ass society. And children who cannot live up to that responsibility have no reason to be part of the family. That's tough. Makihisa told this to me and Akiha many times. It's as if he was persuading himself over and over again.
親父の口癖だったな。じゃあ、俺を呼び戻した。
Only considering for brothers to son by their father.
どのような経緯であれ、あなたが遠野家の長男だ。それ以外に理由があるとでも。
Head of the family, she's just cleaning up a matter that had been left unattended.
理解していただけて何よりです。言うまでもありませんが、私の発言は遠野家当主のものとして受け取ってください。兄さん、私はあなたを兄として尊重しますが、同時に7年前のことは忘れて、私たちは当主とその家人であることを。
Voice is indifferent. She hands down her despotic judgment on me. And it's true, I did feel something rather cold-hearted in that. Nevertheless...
うん。それはそれでわかり、はっきり言ってくれた方が俺もすっきりする。
So natural an outcome. It's nothing to be upset about.
私の言葉を理解していますか？私は兄さんより上の立場で、それを承諾しろと。
分かってるし、文句はないよ。だって、むしろ、7年間好き放題に生きてきた俺に、妹としてきちんと礼を取ってくれる明葉に。けど、明葉の考えは別にして、親戚の連中がよく納得したな。俺を有馬の家に預けろって言い出したの。
そうですね。ですが、今の当主は私です。この件に関して意見を挟むということは、私に。
My eyes widened involuntarily. Even Makihisa can reject branch families. Before Aki had to persuade all of them, though maybe she argued them down. Damn, she certainly matured outwardly. I'm a little scared of just how much she's matured on the inside as well. The family register says I'm an older brother, but I'm worried she may have leapfrogged me. I stand this girl.
ぼーっとしたお顔をされていますね。
ああ、いや、感心したというか、感動したと。
当たり前です。そうでもなければ兄さんを呼び戻せないでしょう。
Strange relax.
話を戻します。兄さんには今日からここで暮らしていただきますが、ここにはここの規律があります。
お今さら俺がお行儀いい人間に戻れるわけないし。
いえ、何があろうと戻っていただきます。子供じゃあるまいし、試す前から泣き言は結構です。それとも私にできたことが兄さんにはできないとおっしゃるんですか。
Good gracious. She shoots me a cold glance. That's her glancing at you. She's like, this is pathetic, man. Wait, I shouldn't say that. You're gonna like it. Or rather, her gaze is more like a piercing spear. no doubt about it. I'm now being mercilessly bombarded with animosity that's piled up during the last 7 years. No, it's my garbage.
分かった。できるだけ努力はしてみる。
努力はするですか。都合のいい返答
Still
ですね。
bothering me? You are predictable. I know you.
努力をすれば誰であれ報われるとでも。私が求めているのは結果だけですので、そのつもりで。
I'm psychic. Completely dumbfounded by your lack of even an ounce of kindness.
いいです。兄さんは今まで自由期最短で1週間、最長で1ヶ月の猶予を差し上げますので。
Hold back the thought that this seems more like a suspended sentence than being let off the hook. She's making a compromise in her own way, I'm sure.
ですね。そこまで無茶な話ではありません。
Sorry for coughing.
現在、屋敷には兄さんとはうるさ型の親戚筋がいては、兄さんも落ち着けないでしょうし、私も。
Wait a minute, you don't mean...
お前、屋敷に居候してる親戚全員追い出したのか。
I think she's able to do that.
ええ、どうぞお気になさらず。家と財産を失いながら何の努力もせずお父様の温情にすがっていただけの方々です。遅く使用人たちも大部分に暇を出しましたが、私と兄さん付きのものは残しましたので。
いや、問題ないってありすぎるだろ。そんな勝手をしまくった。
もうつべこべ。兄さんだって屋敷の中に人があふれ返っているより私たちしかいない方が。
Well, really does make me feel better.
いや、でもだな。親父だって親戚の意見には逆らわなかったのに、そんな。
そうですね。だからお父様は兄さんを有馬の家に預けたんです。けれど私。
ごめんですって。
もういいから私なんかの心配は結構です。
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it's fine. Okay, stop. Go back. I didn't even hit that. Can you stop?
そんなことより、兄さんはこれからのご自分の生活を案じてください。
She said unpleasantly, forcing the discussion to close.
状況はご理解いただけたとは思いますが、兄さんはまだ、それもいいでしょう。この先、わからないことがあったら、翡翠。
Turning around, she calls out to the girl who's been waiting in the corner of the room. Girl called Hisley steps forward and bows in my direction. It's an expressionless but polite bow, the embodiment of sincerity.
この子は翡翠。うちの使用人です。これから兄さん付きの次女にしますが。
Oh, Kohaku's not? I see, so she's the maid here. Wait, what?
次女って。
わかりやすく言うと、召使い。
Can't believe it. The girl in the maid uniform looks to be the same age as Akiha, and her face is devoid of expression in a manner that seems almost natural for her.
ちょっと待ってくれ。召使いとか大げさすぎない。
食事の支度や洗濯も。
She mercilessly points out my shortcomings.
ともかく、この屋敷に戻ってきた以上、私の指示には従ってもらいます。有馬の家ではどう暮らしていたかは知りませんが、これからの兄さんは遠野家で暮らす相応の待遇は義務として受け入れてください。
Cast a glance over at the girl in the maid uniform. His sweet, still expressionless, just staring back at me like a doll.
それじゃあ翡翠、兄さんを部屋に案内してあげて。この人は右も左もわからない子猫と変わらないようですから。この広い屋敷で。
かしこまりました、秋葉様。
They're bowing to Akiha. His sweet quietly comes towards me, staring straight at me, but I look all over the place so our eyes don't meet. Pace is gentle but not slow. It's clear she's been a maid for a long time.
あ、それと兄さん、長男といえどこの屋敷では禁止された事柄、翡翠には兄さんのお守りも命じてありますから、翡翠の進言には。
それお守りじゃなくて監視役って言わないか。
兄さんが規則正しい生活をしてくだされば翡翠もそれではまた夕食の席で。
Seems Aki has packed schedule and doesn't want to waste any more time.
お部屋にご案内いたします、四季様。
Ignoring my confusion, she heads for the door. Sighing, I leave the office as well. Head on to the second floor lobby. Tono residence is divided into an east wing and a west wing, with the lobby at its center. If I were to give an analogy, okay, we know what a fucking house is like. Yeah, I get it. I know what a wing is. What size of a small clinic? Jesus. I seem to recall that it's symmetrical, and the east and west wings have the same number of rooms.
四季様のお部屋はこちらです。
She doesn't head for the stairs, but to a corridor that leads from the lobby towards the west wing. Looks like my room is on the second floor. Sun's already set. A blue carpet stretches along the corridor. White walls are reminiscent of castle ramparts. Down this endless corridor of warm orange lights walks a girl in a maid uniform. Thoughts couldn't help but spill out of my mouth.
四季様、何かご質問でも？
Also, her voice sounds really familiar. What voice does she remind me of? Someone who says like Sama. This character's serious, I think. Well, all these characters are famous. Oh, what is this? What character? I'm going crazy. What character am I thinking of? Oh my god, I'm thinking of... Am I thinking of Fern? No. Who am I thinking of? I don't know. I need to look this up. Hold on. Tsukihime remake voice actors. Here we go. Hisui is Kana Ichinose. What is she? She is Fern! I'm a god! I am a genius! I am a fucking god genius! Big brain Fern from Freerun. This girl with purple hair. I knew it. I knew it was her voice actress. I'm so good! I'm so good at that! Anyways. I didn't watch that one? Yeah, I've been watching it with my friends. Wait, she does... Oh, never mind. Sorry. I'm so stupid. I was like, oh my god, she voices Kohaku too, but then I realized I went back and I was looking at all the characters, so she does not also voice Kohaku. That was just another character. The memes are strong with that one. Oh yeah. Wait. I need to see Akiha, Aoko's, Satsuki's. I'm gonna look at all. I need to see if I recognize any of these people. Here, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So, oh, hold on. Let me move this up. Okay. So this is Shiki. Okay, I don't recognize any of these. This is... I don't know who this one is. Oh, Akiha. And Nekork, apparently. It's hard to see if I recognize any other characters. A few of my... Oh, Pop Team, I love that. A lot of my friends like, Xenoblade. I don't recognize... Okay, I don't recognize any of these. Haruka. Oh, Aoko. Oh wait, I wanted to play this game. Witch of the Holy Night. Wait a minute, is this a different... I don't know. I want to try it for the girls she's voices. Oh, Xenoblade? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that message. Oh, I've heard of this anime. I've also heard of this anime. Oh, shit. Oh, Persona 5. I've heard of Arknights. She's been in a few things. I've heard. Oh, I know this character. Persona 5 is so good. I do want to play oh, interesting. I do want to play Persona at some. Oh, she's another Persona character. Or maybe that's the same one. I don't know. She's 02. What? Which of the Holy Night movie is out if you want to watch that? Well, I want to play that game. I can't believe she's 0. See, that's crazy. And wait, is she like the main? She's the main girl in Sword Art Online too. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, she's in Psyche. She's in Re:Zero. I've heard of Real Life, I think. I've heard of this. She's in Fate Grand Order, Tokyo Ghoul. Gintama? Wow, she's in everything! That's crazy. Oh my god! This girl is a legend. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, wait, she's Morgiana too? That's crazy. Holy. Damn, she's been in so much. I keep thinking, okay, this is it. I'm gonna go to the next one, and then I'll find someone else I recognize. Oh, this one. Okay, I'll go to the last one. I think this is Kohaku. Oh my god! Okay, she's Mary. Okay. Oh no, this is Satsuki. Satsuki is Mary. Did I click on Kohaku? Which one was this one? Did I not recognize any? Is that why? Oh, wait, I recognize that. She's the goth girl from Shiki. What? Did I skip over that? Where? Where does it say that? Huh? Or do you mean Kohaku? Is it here? Where? I don't see Shiki in here. What are you talking about? Which one? Oh wait, she's Hilda? Control F Shiki. Wait. You're just a liar, Strange. You're literally a liar. Here, I'll do this. Okay, which emo girl are you talking about? Everyone's emo in Shiki. Talking about Sunako? Wait, this is English. I don't want to see English. Pink. Oh, you think she... Okay. Oh, this girl. Alright, what is she in Tsukihime? Oh, Alka. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyways, long side tangent. Sorry about that. I knew I recognized her voice. That was fun. Hisui looked at me, bows, and continues walking. I'm speechless. Wonder how many times I've been left at a loss for words since I've arrived here. To imagine she can talk to you in those voices, it's awesome. What do you mean she can talk to you in those voices? Like if you met her? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Voice actors can do that. Oh my gosh, it's okay. The floor is made of teak, which is considered high-grade wood. I got some high-grade wood for you, baby. Ceiling's gotta be at least 3 meters high. You know what else is 3 meters? Here I can see a private conservatory over in the back. trying to bust into your private conservatory. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. The room history has led me to isn't the sort of room a high school student would usually live in. Not by any stretch of the
俺の部
imagination.
屋ってここ。
はい。ご不満がおありのようでしたら。
いや、不満なんてあるわけないけど。
Well, it feels like it's too nice for me.
四季様。
いいんだ。なんでもない。喜んでこの部屋を使わせてもらうよ。
はい。お部屋は7年前から手を加えていませんので。
All I can hear is Fern right now. That's crazy. I love when like things I like have voice actors in common though. Wait, in other words.
ちょっといいかな。
Feels good, man.
ここ7年前は俺の。
そう伺っておりますが。
She tilts her head ever so slightly. What a relief. Seems like she can at least show some emotion.
まあ少しは覚えがあるし、きっとそうだ。
Jim doesn't feel familiar at all. Maybe that's what happens when you've been away for 7 years.
けどやっぱり落ち着かないな。
I feel like
今
he
朝ま
just
で
has a
4畳
really
半の部
bad
屋で暮らしてた
memory.
からさ。高級ホ
I
テ
mean,
ルに
maybe
泊
it's
まりに来たみ
different
たいだ。
between 10 and 17 than like, how am I, 25 and 18? Or, did I do the math wrong? Yeah, no I didn't. That's 7 years. Cause like, I could remember places I'd been to 5 years ago, or 7 years ago, fine.
お気持ちはわかりますが。
But he
どうかお
also
乗りください。
had a really traumatic accident.
四季様は今日から遠野家のご長男なのですから。
Maybe it's different.
まあそうだね。
Put my bag on the desk and straighten my back. It's gonna be nerve-wracking, but I'll just have to get used to it. I need to be able to relax in this room, nowhere else.
それと昨夜のうちに届いたお荷物はすべて。
いや別にないけど。あ、なんか持ち込んじゃいけないものでも。
いえ、お荷物が少なすぎるよ。必要なものがあればご用意いたしますので、どうかお聞かせください。
そっか。いやとりあえず足りないものはないよ。もともと荷物は少ないんだ。自分の荷物って言ったら。
So my bag is just my textbooks. Other than that, there's a right weapon I've been holding on to for a long time now. That's about it. What about your clothes?
ともかく
Hello?
荷物のことは気にしないで。こんな
You
立
just wear
派
the
な部屋
same
だけで十分
thing
だ。
every day?
かしこまりました。では1時間後にお呼びに参ります。
1時間後ってもしかして言う。
はい。それまでどうぞおくつろぎください。
Can we ask, like, what rooms are off limits? Because we were told some rooms were off limits, but we were not told which ones. So, I feel like that would be useful information. I don't know, just me? But how do I pass the time here? It's only 6 o'clock. Normally I'd be in the living room, watching TV or messing on my phone. Seriously doubt this mansion has a casual gathering space.
きつい。つまらないことを聞くけどさ。
PS5 time.
この屋敷にテレビとか。
テレビと
Here's her eyes faintly, and wanted to scope out the situation. This line of questioning might be more trouble than it's worth. Seems wrong to ask her whether there's basic modern entertainment in such a luxurious Western style
今
of
にはあり
building.
ません。西館には娯楽室がありますが、先日まで逗留なされていた皆様は私物を持ち込まれていましたが、出立される時に荷物はお持ち帰りいただきましたので。
秋葉が追い出した親戚筋か。
久我峰様のご長男とそのご家族の皆様が、東崎様のご三女とその婚約者の方が2階西館の角部屋を、木島様のご長男が1階東館の一部屋を、皆様3年ほどお過ごしになられました。あとは確か先代である。
3年もか。なあ翡翠、そういうのってと。
She doesn't reply. It seems that no matter what kind of people are staying here, as a maid, she can't give her personal opinion. Anyway, it seems like the people who are staying here have moved out with their belongings. In that case, I better not expect they left any souvenirs behind. It's unlikely that Makihisa's prejudice against vulgar things like modern entertainment would have allowed people to watch TV and browse the internet freely. Same goes for Akio, who is disciplined by him.
ないからって別に死ぬわ。
You have my phone anyway. Take it out of my pocket and check the time and reception. Matter of fact, there's still signal here. It's only in one bar, but I'm relieved to still have the internet as a lifeline. For some reason, I felt it would be natural for there to be no service in such an unrealistic mansion. He sweet and remained silent this entire time. Pitting me of a maid, she doesn't say anything except what is necessary was asked of her. Someone not used to having him read, I felt uncomfortable with her acting like this. I like to sit and make her laugh, but it seems like it would be difficult to do so with a half-hearted effort.
確か1階の西館の方に書庫があったっけ。暇な時はそこから何か見繕うことに。
She doesn't reply. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Intermittently online, help me please. Her gaze, which was fixed on me, shifts slightly as if she's staring into the empty space above like a cat. Maybe the public library's computer? She doesn't say anything. Then suddenly she looks straight back at me.
姉さんの部屋にならあると思います。
は？
I couldn't stop myself from sounding confused. Anyway, I assume she's talking about...
ですからテレビです。以前姉さんの部屋で見かけた記憶があります。
She says this is recalling the events of a few years ago.
よかった。ここでもそれぐらいはあるんだ。姉さんってもしかして琥珀さんのこと？
はい。現在このお屋敷で働かせていただいているものは
Now that I think about it, they do look pretty similar. Compared to the girl in the kimono who's smiling the whole time, the girl in the maid uniform is so expressionless that I didn't even make the connection that the two are sisters.
そっか。あの人なら確かにバラエティ。
Right, I don't feel comfortable going to her room and ask her and let me watch TV.
ごめん。この話はな。これからここで暮らすんだから。屋敷のルールには従わなく。
Since I can't imagine what kind of sarcastic remarks Akio would make if I were to leisurely watch TV on the day I came back. Become a hard-working student as expected of a member of the family.
夕食まで部屋にいるから、時間になったら呼びに来てくれ。
She nods and put her hand on the doorknob. The door swings open with a faint creak. She bows and quietly leaves. I think I'm gonna save here. I've been playing for quite a bit. 2.5 hours. I do want to look at the flow chart. Oh. No. No, I just wanted to see what it was. No, I'm trying to see. Interesting. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take a break here. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to keep playing and learn more about the characters. It's getting a little late, so I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. And I'll see you guys next time. Yep, take care. Bye bye.